Hi, this is Kelly Worthington with Beauty Control. I am dressed and ready to go to the gym, but I wanted to do this quick video before I head out because I know people were asking for me to capture what I covered at one of my meetings. So this is a video to simply go over what to take in your 2 bags to your spa. So before I start the video, I just want to let anyone who's watching this know, no matter what director team you're on throughout the company, every director does their spas differently. They teach it differently. There is no right or wrong way to do a spa. So if you're not on my team, this might be a little bit different than what your director tells you. That does not mean she's right or wrong. It just means that that's the way she does spas in her area. So just keep that in mind. But this is a video just to go over what I personally take to my spas. So when I go to my spa, I have 2 bags and that's it. That's all I take. I don't personally take inventory with me to a spa because I just personally don't like to carry a lot of stuff into my spa. So I like to just go in with 2 bags. The company gives us a 7-day window to get our products to us, so I'm happy with that. So when I go to my spa, I have 2 bags. There's my spa bag and my folder bag. So my folder bag is the first one I'm going to go over. So your folder bag can be any sort of bag you want. I personally just use one I got from the company on a trip that I earned. But you can use any bag. I mean, there's tons of cute little storage bags out there from different companies. And so just get something that you can fit your folders and everything we're about to cover in. So the first thing you need is obviously your bag to put it in. So secondly, what I also take with me to my spa are washcloths. So washcloths, I personally, and once again, everybody does differently, I take 2 washcloths per guest to my spa. So if a hostess tells me she has 10 people coming, I bring 24 washcloths. So I bring 2 extra sets in case anybody shows up last minute she wasn't counting on. The reason I use the washcloths at my spa is one is for the facial portion and one is for the detox peppermint aromatherapy bath soak that we do in the washcloths during the relaxation session. So I bring 2 washcloths per guest. I don't get super fancy washcloths. I just go to Walmart. They have packages of 10 for like $3. So washcloths, make sure those are in your bag. Secondly, your neck wrap. Okay, so this is just Beauty Control's neck wrap. I have one that I take with me to every spa. I do not do extra neck wraps. I don't do a neck wrap for every guest. I do one neck wrap and I don't wrap it up fancy with a bow. Some people will do that. You'll see a lot of people do gifts and wrappings and ribbons. I like to keep it simple personally for me. So I take the one neck wrap in the plastic bag that it comes in for the hostess and I just make sure ahead of time with her it's okay for her guest to try it. I've never had a hostess tell me no. And I take it out and demo it at my spa. So just one neck wrap. So after your washcloth and your neck wrap are in your bag, the other thing you want to make sure you have are little spa samples. So whether it be the foils or little travel sizes of the skincare or some of the Spa Express starter kit products or any of the minis that we can buy here and there. The reason I have those, I don't, and I want to make sure I clear this up, I don't give a spa mini for each guest someone brings. I give them a mini for each guest they bring that orders. So I don't give free products away just because you brought somebody who's using my products at the spa. So when they place an order, and they were a guest that was not invited, then I give them a little mini for coming. And I also give the person who brought them a little mini for their guest placing an order. So it's like a little thank you to both of them. On top of that, I have pens and highlighters. So the pens I have are for them to fill out their client profile sheets when they walk into my spa and to also for me to complete their orders at the end. And I never let them fill out their order forms. I always do it myself. And the highlighter I always keep to highlight anything that's important for me to remember. For example, if somebody does not want me to deposit their check until Friday, I'll highlight their name at the top of their check or put a little star in highlighter on their check. Or if they don't want me to process their card for 2 days, I put a big circle with a highlighter around it and a note so that I don't forget, so it catches my eye. So that's something that I always put on there. Or anything, just little notes for me to remember about somebody, I always highlight them. So that's why I have the highlighters. On top of that, you want to make sure you have your business cards. Now, when you're getting started, cost obviously is something you want to keep an eye on until you get your spa business rolling. So I recommend just going to vistaprint.com. They have free business cards and they're good quality. You can get 250 for free. Just make sure you go to the free business card section, not the premium business card section. After that, you know, it's up to you. The company has really great Beauty Control has really great business cards. Spa postcards is one I personally love and use. So it's up to you after that. But I really do recommend just starting out with free business cards until you start to bring your income in. The next thing I would recommend is either a calculator or your phone. And I recommend a smartphone at your spas at all times. It's just in case you need internet access to anything. I also run my spa music off of my phone through Pandora. But also it's just important to make sure you have a calculator. So I use my phone for that, or you can bring a regular calculator. That's up to you. So the next thing that you want to have is what I call your folder book or whatever. I have a 3-ring binder that I put everything in. And I'm going to show you what I put in here. But this I take with me to every spa, and it's got all of my stuff in it. So what I put in there is my personal beauty book. Now, this is an example. I put a plastic cover on the outside. And what you do is you just remove the front cover and the back cover from the new beauty book, and the pages separate very easily out of the binding. And then I just cut those edges off and take it to Staples or Office Max or wherever you have a office supply store, and you just ask them to bind it for you. They'll put holes in it and they'll put a little binder. So that's mine to keep, and know that that is mine so that I don't give that one away. So I have that in my folder. You also, in that folder, want to have order forms. So I get these order forms. You can get Beauty Control's order forms. They're pretty much the same price. I priced it out. I think it's like a 20-cent difference. So, but you want to make sure you have order forms. I don't believe in not giving your guest a copy of their receipt. So sometimes you'll see people who just use a piece of paper, write the order on there. Don't do that. Make sure they have something to go home with that has their order on it. So either a 2-carbon copy or a 3-carbon copy receipt book, or Beauty Control's receipts, so that you have a copy of their order and they have a copy of their order. That way, if they have any questions, they can call you and they have their order receipt right there for them. So make sure you have order forms. The next thing you want to make sure you have are your client profile sheets. So you'll see these are in plastic cases because this is what goes into my 3-ring binder. So they fit right in there as pocket folders. But the client profile sheets are very important. When a guest walks into a spa, I just say, hi, my name's Kelly Worthington. I'm the spa lady today. Go ahead, take your coat off, get situated, and then I'm going to give you this sheet that I need you to fill out for me. And it's the only thing you have to do today. Other than that, everything else is relaxation. And the important reason you want to have a client profile sheet is it gives you a lot of information about your guest. It tells you if they're married, if they have children, what their birthday is, what their Facebook name is, their cell phone number, their address, their email, what their personal skin concerns are, what their makeup things that they use are, what their kind of focus is. That way, when you're calling them afterwards to follow up and service them, and also when you sit down with them at the end of the spa to take their order, number one, it saves you tons of time at the end of the spa to not have to write all that information down, and number two, it lets you just better service them at the end of the spa to recommend products for them. So highly recommend client profile sheets. Another thing that I have in my spa folder in a pocket thing again is just my state's county taxes. Now, I don't know how every state is in the US, but in Ohio, every county has a different tax. It's not a statewide tax. So this does not matter, obviously, when you're placing orders. You only use that for when you're signing up a recruit, because when you're placing orders, your tax that you charge your guest is always on where you live as the consultant, because you're the one placing the order and getting charged the tax. The reason you need to know what your tax percentages are by county or state, or however your state does it, is because when you sign somebody up, at least in Ohio, the tax that the new recruit is getting charged is based on the county they live in. So for example, in Cuyahoga County where I live, it's 8%, but in Lake County it's 7%. So it's just important to have that updated sheet each year to know what tax percentage to charge them. Another thing you want to have, once again in a pocket folder so it fits right into my binder, is your consultant agreement. So this is really important. I personally have screwed up before, and forgotten these, and so you had to write their information down on a regular order form, but it's very, very important. You need to have this. So you just want to make sure to fill out their name, their phone number, their email address, their birthday, full birthday, their social, their payment information, have them sign it. But this is just super, super important to have these with you. So don't forget. And you just need the first page, the consultant order agreement. On top of that, I have my hostess envelopes. So you can use regular envelopes if you want. You can use Beauty Control's envelopes, but you want to have a hostess envelope with a place for them to start working on their guest list on the back, and it has your information. The reason I like the envelopes is you can give them a beauty book for them at the end of the spa and a beauty book for them to collect outside orders. And then also in my folder, in pocket folder things, I have the hostess letters that I give. So this also, for the envelope, they can put their hostess letter in there, the catalogs in there, the receipt, and they have it all in one place. So hostess envelopes, you can order them on BeautyNet under literature, I believe, but you can also go get regular folders if you want. That's completely up to you. So in my hostess letter, what I have is a checklist for them to go through. It has their date, my contact information, and just a few checklist reminders throughout the time from when I meet them till when their spa is. The other two sheets I have in there are my benefits to having a spa and the company's Spa Diva hostess gifts, so that they know how they're going to get their gifts, what they need in order to get their gifts, etc. And then the last sheet I have on there is just a sheet I created, and it's just 8 simple steps to having a great spa. So that's something I just encourage them to read through that night or the next day, and then I call them to start working on their invite list, etc. So I always have those hostess letters and hostess envelopes with me. Another thing you want to have is the beach visualization verbiage. This is what I walk them through when the spa music's playing and they have the detox bath soak and the washcloth over their face, and when we're doing our breathing and relaxation session of the spa. So I just have that verbiage. I laminate it so that it doesn't matter, because you're around water when you're doing this, so you might have to print it out a lot if you don't laminate it. So I laminate mine to keep. Another thing you want to have in your spa folder is one copy for you to keep of the Dream Start rewards. Now, I personally ordered a bunch of these, so if I were you and you're planning on recruiting, I would order at least 10 of these and always have 10 on you, or at least 5. Yes, they're going to get it in their package, but you don't want to wait for them to get their package to go over their Dream Start rewards. So it's really important that you get these so that you can walk them through after they join. I don't do this during the spa, I just do it after they join. I walk them through the Dream Start rewards and how they can earn their free products. So have one copy for you. And that's it. That goes in that binder. So there's a few other things that I have in my spa folder bag. One are new recruit folders. So when a new recruit joins, you want to give them a folder and you want to have a few things in it. So one I just covered is the Dream Start rewards in it. Another thing that you want to have in there is whatever the monthly sales brochure is. Now, I don't know if you all are aware of this, but you can go to Client Connection and you can go to order, pre-register for the monthly brochures. And what the company will do is they will have that on an automatic thing for you. And remember, when you say you want 5, that's actually 50. So when you're ordering your quantity, don't order the quantity of books you want. Remember that 10 monthly product brochures come in one package. So if you want 20, you order 2 of the monthly sales brochure packages. But what the company will do is they'll send them to you and you'll get them right on the first. So you have them right to go at the beginning of your month, put them in your new recruit folders, and then I also send them out to my Gold Star reorder clients. So that's just something to do. I personally do not take those with me to spas because I have my own ordering specials at spas. I never have the sales brochures out at my spas. The other few things that I have in the recruit folder are just their contact information for me, the company, how their discount works, and the Dream Start reward reminder of how that works. And then the last sheet I have in there is just frequently asked questions. And I just think that's really helpful to a new member. So, and then obviously a business card. So I have always 5 of those recruit folders in my bag. Another thing you want to have in your product bag are your presentation folders. So these could be, some people use catalogs to do their presentations. I personally don't. If I do use a catalog, it would only be there will be a video showing how I eliminate all the excess stuff in the catalog. It's just too much in my personal opinion, but I do like the new beauty books to be able to use to close, but I actually take sheets out of it and just have certain sheets in there and get them bound. So that's one option. I also personally just use presentation folders. So on one side I have all my hostess. Oh, well, of course this one's not set up. I grabbed it out of my bag. So on one side I have all my hostess specials. So that is the 3 different things they can take advantage of at the spa. My personal benefits to having the spa, the company's hostess rewards program, and then my hot date sheet. And then on the other side, I have the joining page that shows the 2 cases, the skincare page, the anti-aging and spa treatment page, and then my top 3 makeup tips. So that's what's on the other side of the folder. So I always take 15 folders with me to a spa. As long as you have 10, that should be fine. I do 15 because I just tend to have some larger group spas. The other thing you want to have are 10 beauty books. Now this is the old one. The new one will have a different picture on the front of it. But I always take those with me to a spa. I never hand catalogs out before the spa is done. The only time they get a catalog is after they have ordered with me. I will give them one with a receipt and my business card. So, but I always take 10 beauty books with me to every spa. Well, I take 15 because when they book, I give them 2. And then the other thing you want to have is your spa calendar. So however you do it, whether it's in a little 3-ring binder or whether it's a personal day planner, but you want to make sure you have your spa calendar. So just to review, the things that go in my product bag. Number 1, you have your bag. Number 2, washcloths. Number 3, the neck wrap. Number 4, product gifts. So the little mini samples or the little spa minis or whatever you want. I don't wrap mine. You can wrap yours if you want, but you want to have little gifts for bringing guests that order. Next, business cards, pens, highlighter, your spa calendar, beauty books, your presentation folders, new recruit folders. Then you want to have all of your paperwork stuff. Once again, you can put it in a binder or just have them in different folders. A binder I find is easier because you can just flip through to get easily to what you need. But in that, I have hostess envelopes, hostess letters, my client profile sheets for them to fill out, client order forms, your state tax percentage sheet, the Dream Start rewards, and your new recruit consultant agreements. So that's everything I take with me to a spa in regards to my presentation book. So I hope that's helpful. The next video will be what I take with me to a spa in my spa bag.